supper. And I went upstairs, and it was the most beautiful sunrise. I have a picture of the sunrise, and I had said to her, I'm like, look at this sunrise. It is the most beautiful thing. It's like heaven is touching earth. And she looked at that picture, and then her monitor started going crazy, and she was dying. The nurse said, you know, she's leaving. And so I just held her hand and told her it was okay, and then she was gone. It was crazy. Never dreamed that, and I flew home that same day. I brought her cat home, which lives with Caitlin. Chloe lives with Caitlin, right? So you think that would go crazy because Chloe was her baby, her cat. Chloe's 17 now.
Wow.
Her cat is 17. And she had flown her to Colorado with her. And Chad, her son, that day, when I got there, she asked me if I'd bring Chloe home with me. And I said, of course. And her son was not being nice to her. And so I said, of course I'll bring her home. So when my aunt died, and I came back to the house, Chad said, you're definitely taking that damn cat home with you, right? And I'm thinking, your mom just died, you're worried about and talking nasty about her beloved cat. What's wrong with you?
Okay, what are you bringing out?
Toys! What you got?
Thank you, but I don't want it. Good gosh, all the cars.
Oh, he's got a million of them.
Here, why don't you play here?
And I purged this room. Half of this stuff is in storage now. Good thing our house is bigger.
Do your dogs get any, I mean, you know, animals are supposed to be, are supposedly supposed to be.
He said they kind of follow whatever.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do.
What do they do?
They'll, like, you'll notice all of their heads turning at the same time.
Yeah.
Or, like, when I have usually the bigger dogs are a lot more into following her around, because little dogs are lazy. But, like, the bigger the,
He's walking away.
Truman's like, kiss my ass.
He just got
They talk shit about me all the time. Just because I have a flat face.
He's just an ornament. He's like a counselor.
I know, these are great. Is this your woo-woo? But the big dogs, Riley, when she was here, she would walk down the hallway, and then she would like do circles, and then she'd come back out, and she'd sit and act like she's looking at somebody.
Jesus.
Yeah. And nothing here has ever scared me. That's the weird thing. Like, you know, I was laying on the couch. The first time it happened, everything happens on the couch. I was sleeping on the couch, and I could feel like that light rubbing of my arm. And then I swear I felt like the blanket being tucked in around me. And my aunt used to do that, and my grandma used to tuck me in all the time.
Do you seem to have more when you're out here than in your bedroom?
Well, it used to be that if I could only hear things in my room. But now I actually hear more out here. And she touches me out here. One time only did she touch me in my bed. Just once. It's usually out here on the couch.
For me, this has been very recent, in the last couple of months. Sometimes I just cannot sleep at all in my regular bed.
Me too.
So I go over, I've got leather couches.
Yeah.
And my,
Right here.
the longest couch, it is so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And case in point, last night, I went to bed just like that, by around 10:30.
Yeah.
I didn't wake up for any purpose, not even to go to the bathroom until 5 in the morning.
Wow.
Because I slept hard. But I tend to find myself, and this, like I said, this has been recent, I tend to have really dreams. It's almost like, you know, I don't know if it's because of where it's at in the house,
Yeah.
because it's right there at the French door. Something to me, it's almost like a portal.
Right.
And the other night, I had a dream, and I rarely, you know, it was with my maternal grandfather,
Yeah.
and it was his
So real.
voice. It was like he was there.
Isn't that neat?
And occasionally, I have had ones of people that you just don't was definitely him.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's cool.
Got something in here?
What's the, I guess, coolest experience you've ever had doing those things?
Probably the one in Arlington.
At your parents' house?
Yeah,
Burlington?
the one in Burlington I've been to like 3 different times. The first time, me and Michelle, she left, homeowner left, and she let us have the front of the house. And we were setting up equipment, and I was right outside one of the bedrooms, and all of a sudden, like, all the hair on my arms just stood up.
Oh, wow.
I was just being, almost like I grabbed an electric fence. And it went away. I didn't say anything to Michelle, like, when it had finished setting up the equipment.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like, 20 minutes later, she's like, hey, check this out. And she's right in that exact spot.
Wow.
And it's the same thing.
Her
We
hair was-
found out, we told the homeowner when she got back, and someone had committed suicide in that bedroom.
Ooh.
And that's all it's negative. There was one other time where we set up the equipment in the house, and me and another guy and the homeowner went out on the front porch and we're talking. And when I listened to the recording the next day, you hear her, she had a window AC unit. It turns on by itself.
Oh, wow.
And it's running for a good 20 minutes. She said there was no like thermostat or anything that would have caused it to come on.
Somebody turned it on.
But you couldn't hear it till you played the movie back?
Yeah, I mean, by the time we got back in the house, it had turned off.
It turned itself off.
Yeah, because you could hear us coming back in like maybe 5 minutes later.
That's
And,
awesome.
the third time I was there, me and the homeowner were down in the basement. She had this creepy old looking basement in that house. And we hear like the sound of running water. At first I thought it was like a washing machine filling up. And then that sound stopped. And the only thing I could describe it of was like a wave of energy going through the basement. Almost like a distorted electrical sound or something like that. And then, we went upstairs, we're sitting around, she had this like heavy oak table. I'm at one end, she's at the other end, so I could see her, I'm watching her as I'm talking to her.
Hey, Avery, come here now.
And all of a sudden, something hit that oak table. It was hard enough that we felt it and heard it. Probably like 10, 15 minutes later, we hear something in the living room where Michelle was, and something got thrown. And I was like, what the hell was that, Michelle? She goes, something just threw this flashlight across the living room.
Look at that.
Have you been throwing stuff, Taylor? Hey, Taylor, was that you that threw something behind Lori's fireplace?
Guarantee it was.
That'd be-
Is Whistler with you? Is Whistler drinking out of the
What
toilet?
is this little thing sitting on the table? That thing with the line on it? Is that yours?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh.
Computer.
This is- looks like it gets brighter than the other one there.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's pretty cool, though.
There's been no history of this house per se.
No. So the only thing, there was a girl, but this is what the psychic told
Right.
us. The psychic told us that there was a girl that died in an accident
Oh, it's like that.
in a perimeter around here.
No, no.
And she comes here for the dogs and the dogs only. Could care less about me.
Oh.
Then when they came last time, they found the purple orb coming in the house. And all the stuff that happens in the house touching me and stuff, that I think is my aunt. I really do think so. The man I bought this house from, his wife was sick here, but she didn't die here. Now my next house, I pray that all these people come with me, but there could be something there because that house is 1929. And I don't know what the history is.
What year is this house?
1983.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this one's in 1983.
We did one in Granite Quarry, that's pretty active. There was a lot of stuff going on there.
I feel like tonight she's been very quiet. I wonder if she's at one of my other family members' house visiting or something.
Yeah, but she's pricked up since it got a little quieter, I think, it got darker.
Yeah.
Or it could be things we didn't notice.
Yeah, I've been watching it all, I did seem to be more active.
You still do the overnight adventures?
It's been a while. We did Waverly Hills in Kentucky.
My daughter would love that.
Yeah, that was cool.
What is that?
It's an old sanatorium.
Oh my gosh.
Kentucky.
Jesus.
That place is huge.
Was it scary and creepy?
I mean, not really.
My daughter,
Yeah, she's cool to be in somewhere that's been on one of these gifts.
yeah,
You know,
my daughter that was a police officer, she would love this.
yeah.
She would help you in a New York second. She would love it. She has a man in her house.
Oh, really?
She doesn't have any idea who he is, but she has physically seen him. Ooh, yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, the one in Granite Quarry we did, you know, I think it was one of the daughters saw a man in the house. She freaked out. She thought someone was raping him. They ended up calling the cops. They couldn't find any signs of someone having it.
What?
How do you explain that to a cop?
Yeah.
Stop. Then you gotta stop right now. You either sit here and behave or you go to bed. I'm good night. All right, then take your bananas. That's how that works. Okay. That's how we roll. He slept with Nana last night. He was not going in that crib sick. And I'm like, I really don't mind you going to bed. I'd rather you sleep with me anyway. We slept together, didn't we? I was like, we can't.
What's going on with these people?
Didn't we? Did we sleep? Did we cuddle? No, we didn't.
Me too, I used to pick up little black kid. After the sleep.
What?
You probably still do.
No, I just had Lulu the love doll.
So I called you Jeffrey Dahmer.
Exactly.
Oh, I could not watch that show.
That was creepy.
Could not. Did you guys watch that?
I did. I watched it.
I thought I just thought he was just creepy.
The girls at work started talking about it, and I was on dinner. I'm like, please stop. Please stop. Let me get out of there. All I heard was something about a refrigerator. I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
Because I will never, ever be able to get that in my head. Please do not say anything about it with me here.
In terms of recent serial killer, when I say recent, going back to
But he couldn't look at the couch.
was the Ted Bundy. He looked like a normal.
Good-looking guy.
Yeah, he was an attorney on top of that.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's
Yeah,
what-
and you got Rick representing himself.
But when he got caught, when he broke into that college dorm, because didn't he get executed in the state of Florida?
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was like a pervert.
Crazy.
There's that Casey guy. That was a good one.
I watched the Lacey Peterson thing the other day.
That's the one that her husband killed.
Yeah, her husband killed her.
If that guy did not do it, he is the most unlucky person in the state.
Yeah, I think 1,000,000% he did.
The
He
one,
wanted to be with a girlfriend, he didn't want kids.
well, and then you